Primo. Nah. Yeah. Yeah. Freedom of jail inserted. Our babies being born, same time a man is the beginning and end. As far as rap go, it's only natural. I explain my plateau and also what defines my name. First it was nasty, but times have changed. Actually now I'm the artist, but hardcore my signs for pain. I spend time.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're wrapping up the NBA regular season in style here on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see Portland as they play against Utah. Well, for Utah, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. And it's hard to believe, after a long, wild ride, we come to the end of the regular season.
It's amazing.
Shaq, for those teams that sort of fell apart by the end, what changes can they make in the offseason to prepare for having another run at it?
Well, real simple, Ernie. It's only really two answers. First, they got to decide who we're keeping, all right? And then second, you got to identify the free agents that fit your system.
Sounds simple,
try to rebuild
Jeff.
this.
Sounds simple.
No, it's not simple because these guys are in a position like this because of a reason. They haven't been good at it. And so they haven't made great trades, and it's especially hard to get stars and make trades for stars. So that's another reason. And secondly, they haven't done a great job of doing their research. Research and preparation for the draft. And if they can't do that, they will be in the same boat, same time, same next year, and I'll be upset again with them this year.
Wow, sounds difficult. I don't know which way to go. Okay, time for tip-off. We send it over to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Okay.
And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan at the table alongside Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge from the sideline. For the Utah Jazz, they come into tonight after the loss to the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, their last outing was a rough one. Have to be careful of falling in love with that three.
Right, exactly, Greg. When the shots from the perimeter are not falling, I think you've got to go take it inside. It's as simple as that. They never altered their game plan, and it resulted in a loss.
Now let's get a quick pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder.
Guys, he told me their primary focus of the pregame discussion was defense. He said they're dealing with a very sophisticated offense, and it's going to require an outstanding effort from his players at the defensive end to come out on top. Let's see if that's the effort they get. Guys?
Thank you, David. And here we are, Doris, last game of the year. When you look back at the season, what are some of the things that really stood out to you?
You know, I think it's incredible how much more athletic the NBA is becoming on a year-by-year basis. I think the other thing is the shot making in today's NBA is truly incredible. You have guys who step over the half-court line and can fire from distance. The speed at which the game is played, the level of intensity, the focus, the defense, so many storylines coming to the fore in this NBA season.
How many times we take off our headsets after a broadcast and shake our heads and go, can you believe what we just saw? I mean, it's amazing.
It's true.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Utah, the tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big man. Mitchell is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. Now here's Rubio. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. Mitchell kicks to Favors. Kicks it out to Rubio. And change shot. Favors can't get it to go. Lillard with it. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Nuggets in Denver.
His passing definitely came into play as well, Kev. He was very unselfish, really kept the ball moving.
Now here's Kobe. Shot clock at 5. Leonard hits the bucket.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Here's Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
At 6'10", Derek Favors will always be a threat to jam it home. Exposes the defense there.
Weber a screen. Bryant with a screen for Lillard. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Right, because otherwise you're going to give up those close range opportunities all night. If you allow the opposition to get into a groove, look out.
Free throw good. Damian Lillard. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals. Perfect example of how to set a great screen. Set your feet, stand firm.
Dishes it to Kobe. Back to Lillard. Here's the screen. On the wing, Bryant. Now Lillard checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game.
Well, I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
Here's Rubio. Here's Favors. Makes it off the glass. Favors has got 6 points.
He is now 3 for 4 to start this game. Clearly, the confidence is already building.
To the wing right side. Weber dishes to Howard. Outside, Kobe. Now the feed to Weber. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Gobert with the defensive effort. Here's Mitchell, and it's sent back by Kobe. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. He sent the pick. Lillard outside. Outside to Weber. Lillard outside. Here's Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
And really, there's no reason why Howard can't at least be boxed out. When he comes up with these rebounds, it's night-night for the defense.
Here is Rubio. The Blazers getting the bucket. And here's Gobert. He's coming off a 13-point game against Golden State.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
Howard. Gobert with the ball.
This is the calling card of Rudy Gobert, a superb shot blocker. The wingspan is a thing of beauty. Boy, too much traffic in the lane. Very difficult finish with the defense draped all over him.
Howard with a screen on Rubio. Lillard against Rubio. Outside for Kobe. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Jazz.
And they concentrated a lot on creating open looks from beyond the arc. Player movement, finding space on the perimeter, that was their #1 priority.
Brings it from beyond the arc.
Well, I think the best part of his tremendous three-point ability as a big man is just how much it stretches the defense. Well, without great floor spacing, the Jazz have to work harder than most teams to find quality shots. They're very patient and methodical running their offense.
Now here's Johnson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. That one goes in.
Well, you can't give up any space to Joe Johnson because he is outstanding scorer in the pick and roll.
Here's Lillard. Outside Bryant. Weber a screen. Favors against Bryant. The 19-footer is on the money. And the Jazz run a half-court offense. A lot of cuts and screens to create their shots.
Well, they are right near the top in what we call screen assists. Shots created off a screen. Ironically, not a ton of regular assists, despite all the passing required in their offense.
The drive by Rubio. Here's Favors. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Pass to Weber. Back to Lillard. He feeds it to Howard. It's stolen by Gobert. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Now the pass to Weber. Here's Gilchrist. From outside, off the mark. Jazz trail by 3. Johnson kicks to Rubio. Gobert with a screen on Lillard. Pass to Mitchell. Feeds it to Gobert. Pocket 6. Here's Johnson, and Utah again with the bucket.
Well, Kevin, we know Joe Johnson is a dynamite scorer from the mid-range. You better stay attached to him in that area.
Now, here's Lillard. On the wing, Bryant. Over Mitchell. Howard kicks to Kobe. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Outside Bryant. Second shot opportunity. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Doris, we're always talking about players developing their skill sets. What do you think is the hardest skill to develop as a broadcaster?
I think for me, the hardest skill to learn was to learn how to relax, to have fun, to not be anything but your most authentic self, because I think the viewer picks up on it. If you're forcing things, if you're trying to be another broadcaster that perhaps you like to emulate. So I'd say that was the hardest thing.
I always say broadcasting a basketball game is like a running conversation between two people, because there's so much scoring, and the rhythm and the flow of the game just lend itself to that.
At its best, you're 100% correct.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Vonleh's checked in for Weber. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Damian Lillard. Exum kicks to Jerebko. Here's the screen. And it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. That's his first foul. Utah with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Pocket 6. Here's Jerebko. No good. That would have tied it. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Outside, Kobe. 18 feet out. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
Exum passes to Jerebko. He kicks to Hood. They set the pick. He dishes it to Exum. Shot, high post. He gets it in there.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Portland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. Howard with it. You don't want him. Rondo dishes to Bryant, and the ball goes out of bounds. Touched by Engel. And now a look at who's been leading the NBA in rebounding since the All-Star break. Dwight Howard on top. Rudy Gobert is second.
You can take a look at either one of these guys and see just how exceptionally aggressive they've been in the paint.
Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Portland. The wide open look here for Engel. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Portland leading. Here's Kobe. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Pass to Ingles. Kicks it to UTA. The dish to Hood. The feed to Exum. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
Well, terrific read from Dante Exum. This guy sees the lane and attacks it with ferocity. Look, guys, Dante Exum was the number 5 pick by Utah back in 2014. He's yet to kind of deliver the consistent impact you might expect, but I think he'll get there.
Good. Howard's got his second bucket of the night.
And a really nice job by Howard to come up with a high percentage interior shot. His shot selection has been superb.
Now here's Hood. In the loss to the Warriors the other night, definitely not himself. Dishes it to Ingles. Over Gilchrist. Ingles can't get it to go. And for Portland, they're shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit freaky out there. Kept alive. And Howard with the stop.
And it only takes a little effort on behalf of Howard to rise up for the flush, using that size and strength to jam it down.
Exum kicks to UTA. Pass to Ingles. Outside Hood. They set the pick. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
But the thing I took away from that game was just how dominant they were on the backboard.
There's no doubt. They won the battle of second chance opportunities. That led to extra points, and that was one of the deciding factors in the outcome.
Now here's Lillard following the miss by Rodney Hood. It's over Exum. Rebounded by Urebko.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You'll wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
And there's the pass to Hood. He feeds it to Ingles. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now here's Hood. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. There's a screen. Ingles against Turner. Comes up empty down low. Trailblazers leading by 3. Rondo with it. Feeds to Turner. Here is Nova. Turner with the screen on Hood. The drive by Rondo. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And the Trailblazers lead by 5. Utah has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Hood, a screen on Rondo. Ingles in the corner. Passes it to Exum. Urebko kicks to Hood. Ingles in the corner. Over to the wing. Here's Exum. Tries to snap the cold streak. The shot's good from Urebko. Urebko's got his first basket.
Well, he doesn't quit on that play. Just stays with it and gets some easy points on the putback. That's nice.
On the wing, Turner. It's Novak from outside. No good on that last second attempt there. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Portland out in front, up 3. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Either team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, attacking the rim in this first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
And one thing that's important is they're making good on the chances they're given.
Jazz trail by 3. They've got Festus Ezeli, Damian Lillard out there with Ellis. Then it's Turner, and it's Weber in at the 4 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's Hood, looking for his first basket still in this one. Just 4 to shoot. Launches a 3. Doesn't go for it. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Utah where they beat the Jazz.
And their last matchup was a nail-biter, but they hung on. And in part, it was because of their rebound. And you love the effort, just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
You love that they're making their presence felt on the defensive end. You can't afford to be careless with this team.
And here are the Trailblazers now. 3-point lead. Pass to Lillard. Five on the clock. He kicks it to Weber. It's good. Weber's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Trailblazers.
Well, we know this about Jazz head coach Quinn Snyder. He has a wide range of coaching experience, right? He's coached at the college level, in the minors, over in Europe, and in today's game, I think that breadth of experience is invaluable.
So it's Utah now. Portland making their last shot. Lillard attacking, scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And you talk about that experience at different levels, Doris, different leagues. How does that help a coach like Quinn Snyder?
Well, Kev, we see the NBA game constantly evolving. In a lot of ways, it's becoming more like European basketball with floor spacing and ball movement. So that experience can help him think outside the box. Boy, that's how to do it. Just go strong. Don't settle for a jump shot when the defense is flat-footed. Nice.
Out to the right wing. Weber. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Weber's got 5 points in the quarter.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
Exum kicks to Jerebko. Nice ball movement by Utah. He dishes it to Ingles. The feed to Exum. To the middle. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Of course, we talk about speed and quickness being a difference maker on offense. Which players really use those attributes to lock down players defensively?
Well, I think it's hard not to look at Marcus Smart and Jay Crowder. The kind of physical attributes, meaning speed, toughness, length, but they also have the mindset necessary to look opposite some of the best players in the league and say, not on my watch. I'm going to get down in my stance, and I'm going to prohibit you from getting to your strengths. It's really maybe underappreciated by everyone except coaches and fans of the game.
Sure, and you and I were just talking about Tony Allen.
That's a great point. I mean, Tony Allen has made his career specifically on the defensive end because, as you know, he's an opportunistic cutter, and if you leave him open, he can make an uncontested mid-range. But the reality is Tony Allen is in the NBA because he is a great defensive player.
Now, here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. And one of the most dangerous shooters in the league, Damian Lillard, only needs a sliver of daylight break to get that baby off.
Yeah, I mean, he'll brush off the comparisons to Steph Curry, but he presents some of the same problems for the defense. Deep range, a quick release, and just one of the nastiest step-back jumpers in the game.
And he knocks down the first one. Johnson, he's checked in for Jerebko. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
I think it's best to avoid putting this guy at the line if possible, but that's obviously easier said than done.
And Rubio kicks to Johnson. It's going to be 2 free throws. True contact on the shot.
Well, we know Joe Johnson is a multi-time All-Star, and though his role has changed, he's still got that gorgeous jumper, Kev.
It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Here at the passing numbers over the last several months for Lillard.
He hasn't been nearly as effective a passer these past few months, and that's unfortunate because when he's passing it well and the assists are coming, he is a much more complete player. It's something he has to be thinking about. Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now, here's Weber. He's got 11. Azili the pass to Ellis. Azili a screen. Ellis dishes to Weber. Here's Lillard. Favors with the rebound. Favors got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Mitchell. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Gobert the screen. And here's Johnson outside. That's in. Coming off an assist from Rubio.
Wow, able to survey over the top of defenses as well as squeeze into tight corners. Rubio is the consummate playmaker.
Now, here's Weber. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
Here's Johnson. They trail by 3. Fires from 14. That one misses. His first miss of the game after making his first 3. Ellis with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Azili kicks to Weber. Lillard outside. Weber screen. Off the pick. Lillard again missing.
Well, the struggles from the field continue for this guy. The way it's going, he shouldn't be more than a secondary option for them at this point.
Portland leading by 3. Novak kicks to Lillard. Weber dishes to Lillard. Knocked loose. Ellis outside. Back to Azili. And the rejection by Favors.
Derek Favors using that long frame to send that back twice on the pipes, Kevin.
So for the Trailblazers, Kobe comes in for Monte Ellis. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Damian Lillard. Here's Mitchell. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. There's the screen. Gobert the pass to Rubio. Back to Gobert. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Rondo kicks to Weber to stop the drought. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Favors. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Johnson the screen. Shot clock at 6. Here's Mitchell. And the rejection by Azili. And here they come. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Drains the jumper to finish the break.
Oh, when he gets out into the open court, Rubio is a very tough cover.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Now here's Rondo. Kicks it to Weber. Goes up on the wing. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Utah's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Johnson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Kobe Bryant. Doris, so much offense is perimeter generated right now. What, if anything, could get us back to running more plays, say, through the post?
Do you think we could reinvent Hakeem Olajuwon or perhaps Patrick Ewing or
I wish we
Russell?
could. I wish we could.
Because I know this.
Good point.
Every time I walk by a pickup game on the outside, you see guys sprinting to the three-point line and looking to be Steph Curry.
I know. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. For Portland, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Plus 3 of 9. Pass to Gilchrist. Rondo kicks to Novak. On the wing, Bryant. He's coming off a 5-point game against Denver.
What opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
Here is Rubio, following the basket by Kobe Bryant. And Rubio kicks to Johnson. Gobert, the screen. A fadeaway. But he stays with it. Rubio outside. Johnson outside. Here's the dish to Gobert. Favors passes to Gobert. Johnson outside. A rebound by Ezeli.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Novak outside. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Novak's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Rubio outside. Gobert the screen. Favors inside. Novak's there. They get it back, and that one's good by Favors.
Well, that's the size of Derek Favors, allowing him to snag these boards. This guy, you've got to keep him off the offensive glass, Kevin.
Dishes to Ezeli. The kick out to Bryant. There's the three. Rubio with the rebound. Utah trailing here. Johnson right side. Pass to Mitchell. He feeds it to Gobert. They set the pick. The pass to Rubio. Over Rondo. And the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got the game tied up here for the Jazz.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Rondo kicks to Novak. Outside, Kobe. Again, the miss by Bryant.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Dwight Howard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard. Comes in for Rajon Rondo. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Jazz. Hood comes in for Mitchell. And first time out of the game called for Utah.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, I'd like to see them mix it up a little bit. You've got to keep the opposition off balance.
Weber's checked in. Utah also making some changes. Udo comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. On the wing, Ingles. Feeds it to Hood. And here is Ingles. He's had some plays on it, but no scoring yet from him. Another miss by Utah.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
That's a head scratch. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 7. Pass to Gilchrist. On the play, basket count, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the arm and still able to finish.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the Jazz making a change here. Urebko's checked in.
They have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Jazz trail by 3. Exum kicks to Urebko. Passes it to Exum. Jazz passing it around. Now the feed to Udo. Shot clock at 5. At the teardrop, and Exum with the lay-in. Exum's got 6 points.
But you love how Dante Exum gets inside. He's got terrific touch close.
Now here's Lillard. To the paint. Weber dishes to Lillard. It's over Exum, and Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Weber.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Exum kicks to UTA. Back to Hood. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. A shot by Udo, no good. Trailblazers leading by 3. Kicks to Howard. He dishes it to Weber. Back to Howard. 16 feet away. And it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Eagles. Portland making their last shot. Here's the screen. Here's Hood. Rejected by Kobe. And now Portland on the break. Here's Lillard. Here's Weber. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one.
Listen, he's been a key component of their offense tonight. Efficient and effective.
Nixon passes to Urepko. Hood kicks to Urepko. Now here's Exum. By Lillard. The dish to Urepko. Hood for 3. Weber pulls it in. Weber's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Howard with it. And so it's Portland bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here with Quinn Snyder. Coach, your team has faced a lot of firepower from outside. How do you keep them from getting those 3-pointers off?
Well, one, they're making them. Hopefully we can get them where they're not open and they're contested and see if they're making that many of them then. But they're getting them a variety of ways. We just got to be better.
Play outside-in defense, right? Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the 3rd quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Checking out the Trailblazers. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, it's the defense that's driven them in this game so far. They were high energy, high intensity, and it was that determination on D that's allowed them to jump out to this lead. Every stop they've made just seemed to pump them up.
Kenny, what do you have to say about the Jazz?
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
The second half just about to get going here. Jazz trail by 7. And so in the game for the Jazz, the tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men. Mitchell is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Johnson in at the 3. 5 to shoot, and there's the call on Howard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Johnson outside. Gobert the screen. 5 on the clock. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Rubio.
Well, heck of a screen set right there. Rubio quick enough to take advantage.
Now here's Kobe. It's Lillard, top of the key. Back to Kobe. Shoots from the elbow. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 5 assists in the game. Jazz trail by 7. And Rubio kicks to Johnson. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Weber's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lillard with it. Guarded now by Rubio. And the rejection by Favors. And now with the fast break, Rubio with the ball. Here's Johnson. He can't hit that time. Good D by Weber.
I don't like their energy level since the break, right? They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots.
Pass to Gilchrist. He kicks to Weber. Lillard against Rubio. Howard setting the pick for Lillard. Weber dishes to Kobe. Tries from 16. Bryant can't get that one to fall. Jazz trail by 7. Johnson kicks to Mitchell. A floater. Gobert the pass to Rubio. 2 minutes gone in this 3rd quarter now. Here's Favors. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Weber's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And when you look at Derek Favors, do you think Dorsey's maximized his potential, or is there still room to grow?
No, I definitely think he's got a higher ceiling. Favors is a guy who came into the league after just 1 year at Georgia Tech. So let's remember, he's still mid-20s right now. And the way this guy works, he's going to get better and better.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. And stolen by Favors. Inside. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket for Mitchell.
Boy, showing great patience, waiting to make his read. Rubio sets up his teammate perfectly.
Rubio against Lillard. Out to the wing. Weber kicks to Howard. And Howard with the stop. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
This is what he does for this team. Provides consistent scoring that helps them get the lead and keep it.
20 feet out. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Johnson.
You know, Joe Johnson showing he can still light it up. This guy's so good at using the size and quick release.
Lillard against Rubio. Lillard attacking. Howard can't hit.
A good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 9. To the paint. Here's Gilchrist. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
I'll tell you, such a tremendous rhythm to that sequence. Great player movement, great ball movement on the lead pass.
The Trailblazers have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Monte Ellis checked in for Bryant. Here's Rubio. He has 6. Dishes to Favors. Favors with the screen. Mitchell kicks to Johnson. Pass to Mitchell. Favors with a screen on Ellis. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Mitchell. Weber pulls it in. Weber's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right. Now here's Lillard. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Great positioning on the putback. Weber's got 15.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Utah calls timeout in All-Star Week. Fan favorite Certainly. But, Doris, I've heard you say on more than one occasion you'd love to see a 3-on-3 competition.
Kevin, I think if you're trying to learn the game of basketball, putting yourself in a situation to play 3-on-3 is one of the greatest ways you can develop your game. One, it teaches you how to pass and cut, right? You cannot be effective in a 3-on-3 game unless you understand how to screen for somebody, how to set yourself up to come off of the screen. The shorter dynamic of the 3-on-3 in a half-court environment is one of the best ways to learn how to play the game of basketball.
I love that analysis. That's terrific.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach, because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
Noah Vonleh is checked in for Weber.
And here's a look at the stats for Gobert. Just an incredible month of basketball. He's around 14 points per game, 14 rebounds, and almost 3 blocks. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Howard setting the pick for Lillard. It's over Rubio, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And that's 11 points for Lillard.
And Howard sets such vicious screens. It's like running into a brick wall.
Favors with the screen, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And a look here at the shot chart for the Blazers.
Well, just look at the cluster in the middle of the paint. That right there tells you all you need to know about how they have built the lead they have. They are playing with more intensity on the offensive side of the ball, and it's the difference in the game right now. You have to love how they've approached this matchup.
Now, here's Ellis. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Gobert with the block. Here's Johnson. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
No, Johnson isn't just an outside shooter. This guy is a versatile, talented scorer in the paint.
Back to Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing. Jazz trail by 10. Rubio dishes to Johnson. He feeds it to Favors. Second chance shot, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. First trip to the line for him here.
Well, Derek Favors has always gotten a lot of credit for his defensive abilities, but to me, his offense has come such a long way since he came out of Georgia Tech.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And so Favors nails both of them.
And I think for Derek Favors, it's a matter of continuing to improve your game, especially on the defensive end of the floor.
The pass to Howard. Ellis outside. And beyond the arc, that's good. And so Howard with the assist. And the Trailblazers lead by 11. And Favors a good post threat. Doris, he can hit that hook shot with either hand.
And the footwork serves him well in the pick and roll. Even when the help is there, this guy can maneuver and create his own shot around the rim. Lined it up and knocked it down. His second triple tonight.
Here's Lillard. He's got 11. Pass to Gilchrist. It's up a 3. They grabbed their own miss. Howard, the pass to Vonleh. Now Ellis. Lillard outside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. This is his third trip to the free throw line.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
And the first one at the line is good. Ryan is checked in for Portland. Then for the Jazz, Udo's checked in for Favors. Joe Ingles comes in for Joe Johnson. And Hood subbed in for Mitchell. The free throw is good from Lillard. Jazz trail by 10. And Rubio kicks to Udo. Outside Hood. Feeds to Ingles. Rubio in the corner. Gobert with a screen for Ingles. And sent back by Howard.
And he's led the league in block shots. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Utah calls timeout.
And here's a look at some stats for Damian Lillard. He's definitely been getting it done since the All-Star break. 15th in free throw percentage. And he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates is such an asset.
And he deserves credit for knocking down such a high percentage of his free throws. It's not a glamour part of the game, but incredibly important nonetheless. Now here's Gobert. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Gobert with a screen on Kobe. Here's Hood. And the shot is long.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Passes it to Vonleh. The feed to Kobe. Over in the corner, Lillard. Over Rubio. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 6 here in this quarter.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 6. He dishes it to Gobert. Gobert with a screen for Hood. Shot off the pick. Count that bucket. Hood's got his second basket of the night.
Well, don't underestimate the in-between game of Rodney Hood. This guy can make shots from just about anywhere.
Lillard against Rubio. Lillard attacking. Gobert with the block. And here is Ingles. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. At the elbow, it's Gobert. Over Howard. Gobert can't hit. Portland leading by 12. Pass to Gilchrist. Over in the corner, Lillard. Shoots over Rubio. Kicks it to Bryant. Three-pointer. Sinks the triple. Kobe's got 13.
If they think they can give him that shot and get away with it, think again, gentlemen.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now here's Hood, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
Rudy Gobert, an athletic monster. He fends off the defense with an amazing finish.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Well, the 6'8" lefty, Rodney Hood, such a shifty guy with the ball in his hand. Boy, does he use that hesitation to get where he wants.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. In third, the Jazz.
Both of these teams are going to have to really take care of the basketball because they're both making a killing scoring off those turnovers.
Rubio left side. They swipe it. 3-on-3. Morrill kicks to Rondo. The dish now to Azili. Turner passes to Novak. Portland moving the ball around. Pass to Azili. Block it 2. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And from his time at Duke, we knew Rodney Hood could shoot with range. Doris, did you realize how well he can handle the ball?
Well, as much as I like his ability to create, I love how he protects the basketball. This guy is a low turnover guy.
And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle, too.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
The Jazz making a switch here. Urebko's checked in. And that one misses. Jazz trail by 15. Hood dishes to Ingles. Rondo against Rubio. There's the pick. Here's Hood. The teardrop falls in. Hood's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, I think given his size, Rodney Hood can be very efficient on the interior. This guy feels at home in the paint.
Dishes it to Azili. Over Udo. It's rebounded by Udo. Udo's got his 3rd rebound on the night. 19 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Now, here's Ingles. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Rondo with the ball. Good if it goes. Well, good on that last second attempt there. And so it's Portland going into the break with a 10-point lead. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Make simple passes. We got caught trying to make a great pass instead of a simple pass.
Great communicator. Terry Stotts always teaching and developing his guys.
And he likes that they're playing unselfishly, that they're willing to pass, but take some mustard off the hot dog.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. They've got Evan Turner. Steve Novak is out there at Weber. Then there's Anthony Morrill. And it's Lillard in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Exum after the made shot from Evan Turner. Urebko kicks to Ingles. The pass to Exum. He feeds it to Hood. Goes back up. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Udo.
That's all about the positioning right there. Doesn't let anybody beat him to the spot before he can get the follow-up.
Now here's Lillard. He kicks it to Weber. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one falls.
Yeah, and that's how the lead has gotten stretched to the point it has. I mean, too many good looks being given up way too easily.
Exum kicks to Udo. Feeds it to Ingles. Outside Hood. And Urebko has it in the corner. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits. Here's Lillard. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his second personal. At the line, Damian Lillard.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Jazz with some changes. Favors comes in for Udo. And it's Johnson in for Joe Ingles. Both shots good from the stripe. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Exum kicks to Yarebko. The feed to Exum. To the middle. And it's sent back by Turner. Portland leading by 14. Here's Lillard. Over Johnson. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
A putback. Weber pulls it in. Portland's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Lillard the pass to Turner. Weber kicks to Novak. And it's off from 3-point range. Jazz trail by 16. And a wide open look for Hood. Another miss by Utah.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Turner with the screen. Here's Lillard. And the rejection by Favors. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Morrow kicks to Lillard. Weber can't hit.
And really, they had the play all set up there, and then it just breaks down.
I can't believe they didn't pull that one off. Everything seemed there. They've got to be upset with themselves.
Now here's Exum. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Hood. Got a piece of it. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Lillard left side and out of bounds as Utah gains possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Johnson. Utah calls timeout.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
And I think, Greg, he just has to get them on the same page. With this kind of lax defensive effort, something has got to
change. Here's Johnson. Passes it to Mitchell. Back to Johnson. He dishes it to Yarebko. Shot to end this cold run. Jump shot is good.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Now Lillard. Over to the wing. Pass to Weber. Howard in the post. He's against Yarebko. Howard can't hit.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
Here's Mitchell. Yarebko kicks to Mitchell. Over Bryant. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Trailblazers leading by 12. Here is Lillard. By the Dean, flights to the rim for the layup. Lillard's got 12 points here in the second half. Jazz trail by 14. Good kicks to Yarebko. The dish to Mitchell. Pass to Hood. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 6. Got a hand on it. Hood. Kick Kicks it to Weber. Takes a three. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night. 3 in the first half.
Mitchell kicks to Favors. Johnson outside. Dishes to Mitchell. Now the pass to Johnson. Put on the wing. Favors with a screen on Weber. Here's Hood. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Trailblazers leading by 17. Lillard outside. Weber with a screen on Favors. Pass to Gilchrist for the 3. Here's Weber, and Weber throws it down.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
So much tenacity. Really tries to outwork everyone around him.
Utah with the ball after the Trailblazers pick up 2. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Well, you like the attention to detail from Derek Favors. Great at staying in place when setting these screens. Creates opportunities for his guys. Love it.
Now here's Lillard. He feeds it to Howard. Bryant in the post. Lays it up off the glass. Bryant's got 9 points here in the second half.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Mitchell kicks to Hood. There's the pick. Shoots over Lillard. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. 8 points for Rodney Hood.
How smart is Rodney Hood? So solid at getting into position off the screen.
Out to the wing. Hood against Lillard. Screen by Howard. Outside to Weber. Off target with his 3. Jazz trail by 17. And it's Hood in the corner. Feeds it to Mitchell. Yarebko dishes to Johnson. He kicks it to Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. The shot misses. And the Trailblazers going the other way. To the wing right side. Here's Gilchrist. Utah with the rebound. Favors has got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
Yeah, no doubt it's been a rough game for him. I don't think he's going to lose any sleep over it as long as they hang on to the lead the rest of the way.
First free throw is good. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. Ricky Rubio comes in for Hood. Yarebko hits them both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Now, here's Lillard. Goes up on the wing. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Jazz trail by 15. Here's Mitchell. Portland grabs the miss. Lillard's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Azili. Gobert with the block. Here's Mitchell. Now Yarebko. Here's Favors. And that one comes up a bit short. Portland leading by 15. Lillard with it. Azealia screen. Pulls it from the elbow. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Mitchell. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials on the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Utah. He's off on the second.
And that's a rare missed opportunity from him. He'd been good as gold up until that point.
Lillard attacking the feed to Ezeli. Passes to Turner. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Ellis kicks to Lillard. Here's Ezeli. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
Just terrific determination. First compiling the lead and now building on it.
Yeah, Greg, I think it's very difficult coming back in this instance. They have owned this game. Don't see them coughing up this lead.
Now, here's Lillard. And that one is good. Lillard's got 8 here in the quarter.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop.
And this is what they want. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Portland.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split, 2 games apiece.
Now, here's Ezeli. Ellis outside. Just 5 on the clock. Lillard, the pass to Ezeli. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Well, you can't have any room for error late in a game like this, so they put the finishing touches in style. I love how they closed.
The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look for Utah. Udo's checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Joe Johnson. And it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 21. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And guys, just avoid the unnecessary fouls here. That's about the only thing that can get them in trouble at this point.
Rondo's checked in. Utah also making some changes. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Favors. And Raul Neto subbed in for Mitchell. Neto kicks to Exum. High arcing shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the flow.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Novak dishes to Ezeli. To the right side. Outside Rondo. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Oh, there's no doubt. This crowd is into it, and it's because of how well their guys have played tonight.
And so Portland takes this one up by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Dwight. Night and day between the first half and the second half. What did you tell your team during the half?
Just told our guys we got to finish the game. You know, they're a good team, but we don't want to let them get close. So we did a good job of playing our game tonight, you know, and not rushing. It's just, we got to go win.
Great performance in the second half, Dwight. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
Everybody know I'm better, hey, yeah I'm better, hey, it don't matter, hey, pockets fatter, hey, nowadays I'm on my haters, they got sadder, hey, that's money longer, hey, different song bruh, hey, different producer, I can do anything and I won't lose her, she got right with a winner, left that loser, hey, talk boy, make me get my, yeah I sell my, rocking them grills all the way till my tooth hurt. Oh, he cold? Well, I swear that I'm cooler. That ain't no Rollie. This is a Frank Mueller. Yeah, Frank Mueller. Boy, I start on the bottom. Made my way to the top. Boy, I'm gonna keep winning. No, I cannot stop. Remember, I had a little. Turned that to a lot. Always been 100. Put that on my block. Used to want a 4-door. Now I want that drop. Yeah, now I do what I want. 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 Girl, you see me getting this money. Whoa, please don't front. Hunting fish club when I'm eating. Whoa, what's for lunch? And them boys back home be talking, but I won't get touched. Think to myself how I survive. No one who I trust. Yeah. No one who I trust. No, they not with us. All these girls, yeah, they're right with us. I don't pay no mind because I just want the bucks. Yeah, boy, I start on the bottom, made my way to the top. Boy, I'm gonna keep winning. No, I cannot stop. Remember, I had a little. Turned that to a lot. Always been 100. Put that on my block. Used to want a 4-door. Now I want that drop. Yeah, now I do what I want. 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 Now I do what I want.
Yo, what's up? This is Tajay of the Mighty Souls of Mischief crew. I'm chilling with my man Festo, my man A Plus, and my man Oak. You know he's dope. And right now, you know, we're just maxing in the studio. We're hailing from East Oakland, California, and sometimes it gets a little hectic out there. But right now, you know, we gonna up you on how we just chill.